This is RadioFire.com. Yours truly, Don McKay, in here alongside
Reefa. Going down.
Why you call it Reefa?
Because that's my name.
Okay, well, there it is. There it is.
If you like Marley Rose better, we can go with
I like both. It's less controversial. Until they legalize it, then it might be.
I mean, well, it's on the birth certificate, so that's illegal, right? I mean, that's legal right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. So let's talk some background on you.
Yes, sure. I am all the way from Baltimore.
As you should be. Very good. Very good.
I've done a lot.
Jay.
We go back years, long time.
Yeah,
we go
long
back,
time.
very long time. I've been a diva doll for ever.
What's a diva doll?
We've done hair and fashion shows in the DMV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dawn and the Diva Dolls. We were so dope back in the day.
Yeah.
Also it was former Tiny Toon.
Okay.
Dance group,
Very good.
Baltimore
Just
Dance.
one, only one. Yeah.
Back in the day.
And
And I also did celebrity interviews in college.
Speaker. Down.
That one.
Yes. Thank you. All right. So not all the way, Smarty. So you're not
New to this.
shy or new to this.
No, not at all.
Very good. Very good. And so it's a lot of serious things going on right now.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like I'm just
Where do we start?
I don't even know where to start.
Where to start?
I guess let's start with the missing girls.
Yes, I have a very big problem with that. I don't understand how, in the midst of one of the biggest takedowns in the DMV history of human trafficking, how can you just deny 10 to 14 girls just going missing? I don't understand how you can say that they all runaways. I mean, they ran away together. Did they plan this together? I'm not understanding that.
Well, I mean, the girls are definitely missing. So
Yes.
I think it's difficult to say whether somebody ran away necessarily. But I mean, I'm assuming that talking to the family, they're able to conclude that, I guess. Of course, these are black girls.
Right.
Do you think that this is based on race? As far as if these were white teens
It's
or white
always
girls?
going to be based on a race factor. I don't understand, even with the current times that we're living in, even with the outright display of just downright ugliness about the skin color. I don't understand how you can say that if this wasn't 10 to 14 Beckys, that there wouldn't be an Amber Alert somewhere. I mean, I've gotten Amber Alerts on my phone any other time a child goes missing. So why isn't that I haven't received a notification about any one of these girls, except for on social media?
Well, and here's why. Here's why. The Metropolitan Police Department are reiterating. And Friday, they were trying to make sure that they hammered this home. They were saying, despite social media, despite hysteria, despite what you may think in Washington, D.C., all of the teenagers that are reported missing in 2017, all of the teenagers in 2017 reported missing left
runaways.
home voluntarily. That's what the police said.
So 10 to 14 girls who do not know each other, who have no records of planning this runaway, just all of a sudden just up and decided to say, you know what?
I don't think it was on the same day.
I'm running.
I don't think it was on the same day.
I'm just talking about in the same span. I mean, just look at how many have gone missing, and you what? They all just decided one after another. I mean,
I mean, you
I
know,
just feel like they're dumbing it down.
have you ever ran away from home before?
I have.
What made you run away?
Pettiness, the not understanding that I was a child. You know, I mean, that's the
So I mean, it can,
that's one of
let's
the-
acknowledge that it can happen.
No. I'm not saying that it
Yeah.
can't happen, but I didn't run away nowhere but to my sister's house. So it wasn't like I
Yeah,
actually
you
ran
wasn't
away.
going far,
I just
yeah.
went to my sister's home. So, you know, in a sense, it would be running away because I went from my mother's to my sister's. But I just, you know, there's no trace of these girls anywhere.
And the police, trying to reiterate that these girls left home voluntarily. I don't think that means anything.
And it doesn't
I think that just means
anybody.
It doesn't. So if they did, let's just say that they did leave home voluntarily. Let's say that all of the cases that the girls had some arguments with their parents or whatever family member they lived with, and they decided to leave. Right? Let's just say that that's what happened.
Okay.
We still need to find these girls.
That's what the outcry is about. It's not even about that these kids that these kids ran away from home,
right?
Because that is a likely scenario,
right?
But it's why aren't we doing anything to find these girls who are still underage, who are still very much open to being trafficked all the way to Mexico and all of these other places, never to be seen again.
Yeah, because whether, and I guess the police are trying to say that the social media, the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all these posts are creating hysteria, making people upset. And they're trying to calm people down. But even if these girls, let's say that these girls ran away, right? Well, and maybe they did. Maybe they don't want people to feel like you can't walk down the street because girls are getting kidnapped off the streets. That's what they're trying to they're trying to put a nail into that and saying that these girls ran away. Now, if something happens to these girls being out on the street, is I think where the sex trafficking part comes in.
But that is what happens most of the time. I mean, I know I don't look, my age. And I have gotten stopped at least once or twice in my life, just walking down the street where someone tried to kind of persuade me or use those words to get me into a pimp situation or what have you.
For real?
Yes, it happens. It is an everyday thing like that. That is the outcry. The outcry is it happens so much that there is no coverage on it. Why not? Because if it was like I said, if it was 12 or 20 Ambers from Montgomery County, there would have been search parties.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people see that, and people are starting to notice that, and people are no longer willing to just be quiet.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is definitely really caused a lot of talk about it. Even members of Congress have contacted the FBI and the Department of Justice trying to get the federal agencies involved in this. So that just letting you know how serious it is. Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to Ashton Kutcher because he is the co-owner of an organization that is pretty much like the last line of defense in this human trafficking thing. There's been several instances where the FBI has used their cyber skills to track down and apprehend people and recover 600 and more of children from situations. So I do want to, say thank you to those that really do try and not just sit on their hands and say, well, they're missing. What can I do? And they actually go out and do something.
Yeah, I just the part that really disappoints me about this is that the police are trying to act like because these girls ran away, that means that they're just not caught up in human trafficking.
Right.
They still could be caught up in human trafficking. It doesn't even matter how they left the house. They could have went to school and got caught up in human trafficking on their way to school.
Yep.
Or run away. Like the only way to get caught up in human trafficking is not by somebody just taking you off the street at that exact moment that that you may or coming in your house. However, whether you ran away, whether you was going to the store for your mother, whether anything,
you were on your way
just
to your
outside.
friend's house. You just walked outside your door, stepped out the car, what have you. It happens. And so we just want the police to stop acting like it doesn't happen. Stop acting like these events aren't serious enough to warrant some sort of investigation.
Well, I think that goes back to something I said a while ago. Police don't solve crimes. People snitch. That's what happens. It's not like they don't solve crimes. It's just they put out in a reward,
Right.
or somebody ran their mouth and
Right.
maybe they mad at
street
somebody,
informant, somebody, something.
They don't solve shit.
Right.
Yeah, they don't.
They just they follow the breadcrumbs.
Right.
They follow the clues. They
Right.
just-
Or people told him.
Right.
He went. I seen him down there.
Right.
He got on a red jacket.
Right.
Whatever.
I see him put the gun underneath of the floorboard in the attic. Like, I
Yeah,
get
so definitely let us know your thoughts on this. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. What about your social media?
It's Reefa to you with underscores and the you.
It's mad private too, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Just understand.